Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Lee Animated here, and today I'm going to be doing a trailer breakdown, if you will, for the Bojack Horseman Season 4 trailer. Now, if you haven't seen it, it came out a few days ago. I highly suggest you check it out before you watch this video, because we are going to be going over a few things that I would consider spoilery, or just things that would be important to know going in. So, first things first, I want you guys to keep in mind that Bojack does not say a single word in this entire trailer, which is pretty surprising given, the show's about him. A lot of people are saying that, this could mean that he's not going to be shown in the season as much. He's just going to be shown at the very end. And I don't think that's the case. I think they hit him intentionally because a lot of his scenes in the actual season will be pretty spoilerish in the first place. So they do try and show as little of him as possible, which I think is a smart move on their part. Plus, I mean, the side characters, they make the show like lively for me. So it's nice to see them going into hijinks and stuff like that. It looks really nice and cool. So yeah, not only is he not speaking at all in the trailer, but you only see him like one time, and the one time you do see him, it's very unclear as to what's going on. They kind of leave it kind of vague for you, which I do appreciate. I like seeing that in trailers and stuff like that. I like not knowing what's going on in the entire season. So okay, so let's get on right into it.
Hey,
gotta love
Bojack.
the music, man.
I haven't heard
The
from you in
music's
like
great.
3 months.
Okay, so we see Diane here, obviously, and, she's leaving Bojack messages on his cell. And as you can see by just looking at the house, there's no lights on, no parties going on. So, obviously she's kind of worried and has no idea where he went, which I actually do like that nobody actually has, like, any clues as to where he went. Like, I'm sure they probably have, like, some idea, but the fact that he just vanished without telling anyone is pretty surprising. You think he'd maybe tell Diane or maybe tell Princess Carolyn, but he didn't tell anyone, which is pretty interesting. So obviously she's kind of upset about that.
What's new with me?
Okay, so gotta go back. So right here we can see Katrina, which if I remember correctly is Mr. Peanut Butter's ex, which is interesting because at the end of season 3 she came and she asked Mr. Peanut Butter if he wanted to be interested in going for mayor of California. And the fact that Diane is on the blog behind his back, and she's pretty much downplaying him, at least that's what's alluded to in the 3rd season. And wow, look at that neck, jeez. Dang. Yeah, so like she's like kind of throwing shade at Mr. Peanut Butter behind his back, but he doesn't know. So I feel like that's going to interfere with his campaign, and she's going to in the long run screw him over, and you'll know what I'm talking about later on in the trailer. So it's interesting that she's in the same room with Katrina. That's probably gonna have some very interesting dialogue to be given there.
Did I tell you I'm working at a blog?
Okay, so here's the actual blog. I guess it's called the Clickboard, and yeah, you can see they get a lot of favorites. 5,313. Like, wow, like. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like Liam Hemsworth's penis outline. Crazy stuff we got right here. But yeah, you could tell these are probably going to be some new side characters that we'll have just thrown around. Kind of like the characters that you see in Princess Carolyn's office. So go to here.
People read your work or not,
And yeah, she was also shown in towards the end of season 3. I think she was also in season 2. But I don't remember correctly. You could fact check me on that. But she's definitely going to be important. She's pretty much her boss in all this blogging stuff. So she's probably going to be the one asking her to get dirt on Mr. Peanut Butter throughout the whole season.
That's what's so great about you.
Okay, so right here we can see his marketing campaign. I like the ads. It's really funny stuff right here. But yeah, you can see he's trying to go for governor, Mr. Peanut Butter, and why. Oh my god, this is crazy.
I don't know if you heard.
Okay, so this is the same room. So, okay, so this is in their house. Obviously, she's helping him, but not helping him at the same time behind his back, which is definitely going to cause for some issues moving forward. And if you notice the t-shirt on, what is this, Woodpecker? Her t-shirt, you can see a symbol of what appears to be a beaver, badger. I'm not entirely sure. I can't really tell. But you can see that that is probably potentially the person that he is running up against. Oh, there it is, woodchuck. Okay, he's a woodchuck. All right, Chuck the woodchuck. That's funny. So yeah, he's probably going to be the person that he's running up against in this whole election thing. So Diane might end up talking to him at some point, and then truly like just screwing over Mr. Peanut Butter, and it's not going to end very well for him, I think.
But Mr. Peanut Butter is running for governor.
I am specifically on the side of the facts, and also on the
side of feelings. Yeah, nice funny little gag here. Got some side characters, you know.
I'm satisfied.
I really wish.
Okay, so here we're in a totally different location. There appears to be snow. Gotta love the nice little switch from the bear to bear in clothes. That's pretty funny. But it seems like his campaign's going to be going all over. So like he's not going to be just, you know, at his house or downtown. He's going to be all over the place trying to get people to vote for him all over California. So that's pretty interesting.
You are here for this.
And then right here, this is Princess Carolyn, obviously, and as you can see, she's chilling, drinking. Now the question is who she's talking to on the phone right here.
My life, I've wanted a family.
See, it could be I forget his name, but it could be him, could be Bojack, or it could be Todd. I'm leaning towards Todd because later on in the trailer. So
Could you with a mouth?
and these two right here, very important, because if you notice, rewind back.
Could you?
Wanted a family.
Would you? Could
Yeah.
My life, I've wanted a family.
Okay, so you hear her say it all her life she's wanted a family. Now, if you notice in season 2 or 3, I think it was, she pretty much, you know, blames Bojack for, you know, wasting away her 30s, I think it was, and she's like upset about it, and she just wants to, you know, settle down. And obviously this guy is going to be the guy to do that.
Would
So,
you?
yeah.
Could you? With a mouse?
Wow.
I also have some proof backing that up coming up. Okay, so here we go. Here's Todd. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is in Mr. Peanut Butter's house, primarily because of the poster right here. So that would mean that he is crashing at Mr. Peanut Butter's house. He's totally, you know, ditched Bojack's house entirely. And oh, look, we got a nice little, what do you call it, DS right there. That's interesting. But yeah, house looking a little messy, frisbee, all that stuff everywhere. So he's obviously freeloading on Mr. Peanut Butter, but I think he's cool with it. I mean, last season they kind of just really kicked it with each other, so I'm not surprised that they're, you know, getting along very nicely.
Also, I haven't seen Todd in a while. He's not with you, is he?
Okay, so this is interesting. It seems like Todd is, as he usually does, he's going to be going on a bunch of crazy, wacky little side adventures, I guess, you know, the whole rigmarole or whatever. So here, I guess he's doing modeling or something. I'm not entirely sure what this scene's about, but yeah, got a bunch of interesting things going on here.
I never know if I can handle anything. That's what.
Let me go back here.
Handle anything.
Okay, so this is also interesting. It seems like he has some like Mousetrap Home Alone thing going on here. Don't know why. Don't know who this character is. Who knows?
That's what makes my.
And then this chick right here, have no idea who she is. She's cosplaying as Todd, it seems like, and there's paparazzi here. So does Todd become like some big Hollywood actor or something? Does something go down? I'm not entirely sure. If you guys have any clues as to what could be going on here, because she's dressed just like maybe, I don't know. Here we have him, which looks like the same setting we saw before, with Mr. Peanut Butter doing his marketing campaign. So he's going skiing for whatever reason. And then we cut to a totally different scene where he has a drone and he steals what appears to be popcorn out of these two guys' hands. I have no idea what this might be some side gag that happens. I don't think this is important.
This is Diane, by the way.
Okay, so this is a nice callback, because if you remember in season 1, I believe it was, whenever Bojack would leave her messages and she wouldn't respond, he'd be like, "This is Bojack, by the way. Bojack Horseman." And now we have the parallel with her doing the same thing, you know, Diane. Win. Yeah.
Obviously.
It's really funny stuff.
Funny. The last time.
Okay, this, like, the song and the animation fits so well together. This is just beautiful imagery
I
right
saw
here.
you. You told me.
Okay, so judging by the scenery, we're probably gonna see, like, I mean, just look at this. I mean, we're gonna see like a direct continuation from the season 3 finale, because this is obviously seems to be like Arizona, Nevada-ish type of area. So I don't think he's too far from Cali at this point. So we're probably gonna see a continuation of the scene where he's standing there and he sees the horses running. He's probably gonna get back in his car, have some new meaning to his life, and then he's gonna drive out to Maine, which we assume.
That you needed me in your life, and then you just disappeared. Anyway, things are
yeah, nothing important here.
even crazier
Yep. Here's Mr. Peanut Butter, as he does.
lately.
And here we have the unnamed daughter. I'm pretty much 100% sure it's obvious. I mean, this is his daughter at this point, so.
Hey, stay back.
Come here. I'm not going to hurt you. Ever since I was a baby, people always...
Oh, I actually just noticed this. If you notice, she's wearing the exact same trench coat and hat that Bojack wore when he went to Charlotte's daughter's college to kind of make amends with her. I guess that was his plan. She's wearing the exact same getup, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure why they chose that. That's I don't know.
People always said I looked like Bojack.
We actually get some nice pictures of Bojack and his mom and his dad. Interesting. I don't know why she has this, though, if you think about it. Does she have this because it was passed down to her, or she found it? I'm not entirely sure how she obtained this, but it's just more evidence to her being his daughter. So
Horseman.
That's a terrible thing to say to a baby.
The world is dark and scary and
okay, so here obviously we're probably gonna get a Princess Carolyn and Todd episode, which I'm really happy about. And if you notice, he still has the tattoo, the skinheads from the prison episode. I think that was back in season 1. Wow, crazy stuff. And then these guys, I don't know what's going on. These bugs with gladiator outfits on.
full
It's
of creepy
crazy.
clown Dennis.
And we got Clown Dennis. I don't know what's going on here. A lot of funny gags that we'll probably see in the show.
You gotta push through.
And then we can see that her assistant, he's back. Appreciate that. I mean, he was a good character in the last season.
And hope there's better stuff ahead.
Okay, so this is very important. Notice they're obviously, just woke up or at home chilling. And if you notice, she has her hand on her stomach, but I mean, it seems very specific as to why it's there. Like, I know it's not a weird thing to have your hand on your stomach, but I mean, given the context and the scene, you would assume that she has probably just told him that, I'm pregnant, and she has her hand on her belly, symbolizing like, hey, I'm gonna have a child and all that stuff. So my theory is that Princess Carolyn is pregnant, and she's gonna have to quit doing her work, or not doing her work as much, and have to cope with having someone else do all the work in her life, or having someone else provide for her. And I don't think she's gonna take that very well, because she's always been hardworking, and she's not really about the sitting down and doing nothing type of lifestyle, which they've kind of shown in season 3 that she's not really into that. So I think that would be an interesting parallel to show.
I'm sure you'd say so.
Okay, now this chick right here, don't know who she is, but she looks important, but not that important. I feel like she's gonna be kind of like the Sextina Aquafina type character. She's just gonna be there, just some new celebrity, just to make fun of or poke fun of real celebrities or something like that. So some little parallel to something that's actually in real life or whatever. So I just realized I haven't been full screen this whole time. I'm sorry about that.
Something like that's the
Okay. Okay, so we see Todd. He's chilling at some water park, it looks like. I don't know. It seems like Todd's going to be doing a lot of stuff this season. And he definitely seems like a happier person. Well, he was always happy, I guess.
the dumbest thing I
Okay, so here's the Chuck the Woodchuck. And he seems to be snapping at Mr. Peanut Butter. And if you look in this picture right here, I guess they used to be friends. Or at least from Mr. Peanut Butter's side, he was friends with him. Which is not surprising, to be honest with you. So it seems like they're going to be kind of fighting back. I feel like Mr. Peanut Butter would be the type to be like, may the best man win, or good luck or whatever. And then obviously Mr. Chuck, he's not having that. He's upset about that. So he's like, don't even try me, bro. Don't even try me. So, and you can tell by look on Mr. Peanut Butter's face, he's like, whoa, there's a new side to him he's probably haven't seen. So that's funny.
ever heard.
Here is probably the best shot in the entire trailer. So obviously we see Diane, and she breaks her computer, which, I mean, if you think about it, is a very important thing to her, because she's constantly blogging, constantly, you know, using it. So the fact she breaks it must mean that either Mr. Peanut Butter found out about her whole blogging scandal thing against him, or she just got tired of it, fed up. And if you look at her her little collars on her shirt here, it's kind of burned or ripped up. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so here, whew, man. Okay, so we see Mr. Peanut Butter, and he's growling at her, and he has her up against the wall. We've never seen him, you know, this upset or this, you know, angry. We've never seen this dark side of him. I mean, we've seen a deeper side of him where he, you know, gets down to earth, and he's like not all happy-go-lucky, like when he's not, you know, super cheerful. But we've never seen him like actually get mad. So, man, this is gonna be pretty interesting. And if you notice, she still has the burn on her collar or her sleeve right here still. So one would assume that this happens prior to that. I don't know how. Maybe he does it by accident, or something happens, and then she flips out on him, and then I don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
Where have you been?
Okay, so you have Princess Carolyn asking, "Where have you been?" This could be one or two people. This could be Bojack or Todd. I'm almost 100% sure it's Bojack, because, you know, he's obviously been gone. And since we see early on in the trailer that Todd and Princess Carolyn get their own episode or own little gag thing, it's pretty obvious that's probably Bojack she's talking to.
Where have you?
And then she's asking, "Where have you been?" And this is the same yellow car. So probably Bojack talking to his daughter.
Been?
And these posters are actually pretty funny. You got Glocker Spaniel, Americanine Sniper, Bulletproof Principal. These are some cool little side gags in the background. And we got my man J.K. Simmons. I forget what the name of the character is. I just call him J.K. Simmons. What do we got here? Okay, so here we see her blowing flames, and everybody's wearing tuxedos. Don't see Diane here at all, but based on the environment and what I'm seeing, I would assume that that happens at this location. Just, you know, throwing out guesses. Okay, so we see Todd once again doing his own thing.
It would be so over.
And then, oh, hold up. Oh, can I go back, please? Okay, so we see him. If you remember him from last season, he was kind of doing his thing with Princess Carolyn when they had their joint company, but then she kind of left him off in the dust and screwed him over. So but technically he kind of screwed her over too, so it was, I don't know, it's kind of their own little thing going on. But obviously he wants payback, it seems like. And now I don't actually know where he is, but judging by these faces, it's probably gonna be some parodies of other famous celebrities, kind of like they do Margot Martindale, and like, I don't know, there's gonna be some big celebrity's house, you know, and he's probably out to get Princess Carolyn, or maybe out to get to the mouse dude. Forget his name, sorry.
Overwhelmed by.
Oh, that was a little quick, I didn't even get to see that. Okay, this appears to be his family, and she's here also. Yeah, it seems like they're just having dinner. I like how they're eating cheese. That's just hilarious, man. Like, this is crazy. It seems like they're rich though. I mean, see all these fancy paintings on the wall, and they have a big house. So yeah, since I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're rich, which would make it seem like this is also their house, and he's spying on them, trying to, you know, get back at this dude.
Overwhelmed by the
And then this is probably the same episode with the clowns. And what is that? Kisterin mouthwash? I don't know what they've got going on here. Princess Carolyn is drunk out of her mind, so this is probably gonna be a wacky episode. You got a box of lollipops. Wow, this is crazy.
terrible ludicrous.
And then, yeah, don't exactly know what's going on here either. Oh, that was quick. There's a lot of quick cuts at the end of the trailer here. Okay, so this, I feel like, is another parody TV show. Yeah, I think this is the Zoe and Zelda thing. Yeah, pretty common. Yeah, this is Zoe and Zelda. I have no idea who this guy is, but he looks very detailed. He might be another parody of some other celebrity.
The situation.
And then we have the cat cops, hilarious, pulling him over, and it seems, I think he pulls a gun out on. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on here. Could be parodying something pretty dark here, so we're just gonna gloss over that. Okay, so we notice someone's foot here, about to push the gas, but then this foot interrupts, but then it cuts to something totally different. So I feel like that's a different scene, because here we see Mr. Peanut. Okay, it's gonna be really hard to see this. Okay, Mr. Peanut Butter in a clown car. So assuming this is the same clown episode, yeah, I have no idea what's going on when it comes to this episode, so we're just gonna have to find that out. And then here is probably the most shocking scene in the entire trailer. We see Bojack's mother, and she looks pretty traumatized. I mean, the thing is, like, her face says a lot. It doesn't say, like, it seems more like fear or shock, like something's about to happen to her that she's afraid of. Not so much that she's seeing something that frightens her, in terms of like oh no, that's about to happen. It seems like something's about to happen to her, or maybe she's looking into a mirror. I never thought about that. I'm not entirely I have no idea, to be honest, with this image. This is very, there's no context here, so I really don't know. But if you have any ideas, go ahead and comment down below. I mean, there's definitely some pictures here that are very interesting. I mean, you see a horse, a female horse with this guy, so maybe that could be the chick that Bojack, you know, slept with to, you know, get his daughter, or I'm not entirely sure. There's a bunch of stuff up here that are very brightened out, so we can't really tell what's what, but I don't know, a lot of interesting stuff here.
To Hawaii. Wherever you are.
So we're finally back at the house in Maine that he always dreamed about. Now, what a lot of people are saying in the comments is that this is his old home where, you know, he grew up and where his parents raised him. And I'm 50-50 on that. I'm not entirely sure, but it does say Sugar Man on the mailbox, which would allude to it being so. So I'm not entirely sure about that. But if you guys have any suggestive comments about the whole thing, feel free to comment down below. I'm just curious as to what his motive is for going here. I mean, like, I don't think he's just gonna set up shop and live here. I feel like he has like a motive to get here. Like, he's probably coming here to find something that he, you know, left behind. I'm not entirely sure what, but it will be interesting.
I hope you're happy. I really do, Bojack.
Okay, I was just trying to see if there was a. So yeah, that's the breakdown, I guess. Comes out September 8th. Be sure to expect a review within the days after its release. Thankfully for me, September 8th is a good day for me because it comes out on a Friday, and I'm gonna be free that Friday, so I'm gonna binge the living hell out of this show and hopefully get a review out by the weekend. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like. Really appreciate it. And if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything about the whole trailer or the season in general, then feel free to leave them down below, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that I missed throughout this trailer that you could probably point out better than I ever could. So thanks again for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.